Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Cancer. Okay, or if you have, there's a question that I ask and that's where the answers come from. So if you have that same question, then this is probably going to draw you in to get the answer. Now this time, because it's the first time doing it, I didn't have any questions from anyone. So I was guided to use the question, how do I get through this situation, angels? Okay. Now from this point forward, I would like you, if you have questions that you would like to ask your loved ones on the other side, put them in the comments below. One question per person though, please, because I will never get to all of them. And put your sun sign next to the question so that I can put that question into your sun sign, because every zodiac sign is going to have a different question from this point forward. I think that's everything. Now the way I've laid the cards out, up here I've got two cards, as you can see. The one card is a court card, and that tells us, it's description for who's here helping, who the loved ones are from the other side. The other card is what I'm calling a descriptive card, and it gives us a little bit extra description in the people that are here, or the spirits that are here, so you can figure out if your guides are here or not, or your loved ones. This row is situation. So if this is your situation, then this is your situation. There's 4 different situations here. And these will be your answers in the question. How do I get through this situation? This is the answer. Down in this row here, we've got 3 cards. The first one is what you're unaware of. This one is your loved one's advice from the other side. And this one is my favorite. It's called To You with Love. This is a message to you from your loved one on the other side. Now, the decks, this is Dream Tarot, Angel Oracle, vice versa. This one here is called Energy Oracle, Messenger Oracle, and this is Talking to Heaven. Okay, so let's get started. First position, we have Knight of Coins, so Knight of Pentacles, and the descriptive card is the Devil. Okay, so now Knight of Pentacles, that of course is going to be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, okay? Knights are of the age 20-ish to 30, 35-ish, okay? Somewhere in there, give or take. Now, Pentacles are very grounded. They have a way with finances. They generally are not people you're going to find that are having difficulty with finances, but on the other side of that coin, you can get these cards reversed. And so the people, or the pentacle people, while they're here in the physical, can be reversed. They can be in having difficulty. It can be the extreme opposite. So if they're normally really good with finances, they can go the other way and be really bad with finances, okay? They're not overly emotional. I mean, they can be overly emotional, but they don't tend to show it. They tend to hide their emotion. Very loving, usually a very stable individual. Now, sometimes my guides will give me a mental picture of someone specific that's here, or a description of someone that's here, who they were in life, etc. So let's see if I get that this time. Up to this point, I'm not seeing a person, but I am getting a description. This is someone who went right down the middle financially. They didn't have a lot of trouble financially, but they didn't have a lot of money. So, but they were happy. It didn't seem to bother them in their world. They were quiet. Now, it's a general reading, so knights can be male or female. Same with the rest of them. It's just like any other reading, okay? This is very general, but, I mean, it's a little more specific than usual. But so this can be male or female, and the one I'm describing, I have not been given that information yet, whether they're male or female. There could be a couple of them out there, or a few, and they're mixed. There's male and female. The description I'm getting fits someone that is around the end of 20s, age-wise. Gentle. They were very gentle and kind. They were someone that most people liked so much. They wanted to take them under their wing and give them a hand to, move forward in life. They were too proud to take the hand out, though, whoever this is that I'm getting. They were too proud. They would never take a hand out that way. This is a male. Very straight, blonde hair, blue eyes, no glasses, very fine, thin hair too. Tall, slender, quiet. Wow. The Devil card does not go with this person. So for the rest of you, this would be somebody, if you look at the card, this is someone in a cage, okay? Like they're feeling caged, trapped. But they're allowing themselves to be trapped because the door of the cage is wide open and they're just either not seeing it or they're choosing to not leave. So some of your loved ones on the other side, while they were here, they were in situations. Now that can be a life situation, a relationship, love relationship, or otherwise, where they felt trapped. Now, seeing a girl, she's got really long, light brown hair. It's straight, probably middle of her back. It's very thick, and it's coarse. It's not fine. She's younger. She's probably early 20s. And she's trapped because she's in a relationship where, and she's immature, okay? She's like, this is maybe second or third relationship, but this one's more serious for her than anything else she's been in. Everyone around her can see that this is not any good for her, but she's crazy about this guy. Whoever this guy was, she was crazy about him. He was older. He was probably closer to late 20s, maybe mid-20s, like I said before, give or take. She did not mean to him what he meant to her. And that's why it was an unhealthy situation. And I'm hearing the name Sarah. So for some of you, it's a Sarah. And she is very, very quiet. And she's little. And she's subdued. I'm hearing subdued, but emotionally, not physically. She was not abused or anything. I'm not seeing that, physically abused, but she's being controlled and subdued by this guy, or she was. And it really messed with her emotionally and mentally. She was, because like I said, she was crazy about this guy. Whew. Okay, so I want to move on from that one. The next group, King of Wands. This is the first time that a King of Wands has come out. I was beginning to think that there was no fire signs on the other side. The descriptive card with that is the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So, Wands, fire sign. So this is a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Older. Okay. So mid to late 30s and up. Nine of Coins is going to be someone that was very independent, possibly financially independent. Okay. I am getting a sense of a man that I feel sad for because he has spent, or he did spend his life, how do I put this? He was, he was always not overly happy, but he was happy. I mean, like in general, he was happy in his life. He was sad that he didn't fit in. He did not fit in. Um, People weren't mean to him. It's not that he didn't fit in that way. It's just he never really found his, what's the word, his soul tribe, his, he didn't have a lot of friends. He kind of stuck to himself because people just, it's not that they didn't like him either. There was just, I don't know what it is, I'm not seeing it yet, but there was something odd about him that people wanted to stay away. He never ended up marrying. Um, Later in life, he did not have any partners. Now, I'm not sure about in the beginning of his life if he had girlfriends or not, but or partners. Could be the other way. But he spent the latter part of his life alone. And I mean that, he didn't have a partner, a life partner. He knew people and he did have friends, but he was very much, he just finally preferred to be alone. Had money though. Guy knew how to make money and he knew how to invest it and he just knew. He had everything he needed, he had everything he wanted, he had money, he had everything. He just could not find a life partner and he had trouble with friends. For the rest of you, fire signs are all about passion, drive, ambition, goals. They're very goal-oriented, and a lot of them, it's all about the money. And with this card showing up here, the financial independence, that kind of goes hand in hand with most wands or fire signs. They would be male or female, okay, general reading. This could be a queen or a king, or these could be queens or kings. Definitely older, though. The gentleman that I was seeing, the very specific guy that they brought to me, he was likely in his late 50s. Now, I don't know if I'm being shown the person after they pass away, because once they pass away, they generally regress in age by 35 to 45 years. So with this guy being in his 50s, he could have been 85 to 95 when he passed away. Now, I don't know if that's the case or I'm seeing him at the time he passed away. I likely, for these readings, for the purpose of the readings, I think they're probably showing me the people at the time, at the age that they passed away. Okay, so he's in his 50s. I would say closer to 60, though. There are some women here. I'm not getting any specifics. They're a little on the older side too, though. And again, finances were not an issue for these people. This next group, Queen of Cups or King, and the descriptive card is the Six of Swords. Now, Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, very giving, very loving, very romantic, kind, gentle, considerate, loving people. Um, Six of Swords is all about moving out of turbulent times and into much better times and better places. So just let me see if there's anyone particular here. Not getting anyone in particular. I am seeing a lot of different people. There are male and female, different age categories. It's kind of strange because they haven't shown me this before, but it's like I'm seeing the group that's here. And what is the Six of Swords telling me about these people? Okay. Okay, so what they're trying to show me is there is a small group that's here. They were very good at helping people in trouble. People that were having difficulties in moving themselves forward in life because of the way they thought about it. It was their thinking, their way of thinking, their thought patterns, their beliefs. It just didn't serve them well, the way they looked at things. So these people, this small group that they're showing me, were very good at guiding people. In fact, some of them, it might have been their job, possibly psychotherapists or psychoanalysts or therapists or, you know, these kind of people. That's a first. They've never done that. For the rest of you, Cups. Loving, passionate, romantic, very giving people. Okay, the final group is King of Swords. And the descriptive card is the Palace of Cups. Now, these are special cards in this Dream Tarot deck. There are 4 of them, obviously, for each of the courts. They are, you know, cups, wands, etc. I'll have to read that for you. Okay, so, King of Swords or Queen of Swords. Okay, I've got a woman. She's in the lower age range, so I'm going to say she's late 30s, early 40s at the most. She's quite young. Long, beautiful, thick, coarse, wavy hair. Absolutely beautiful hair. Pitch black. No glasses. Not a lot of makeup. She's got lipstick. Nothing bright. It's not red. It's not like, it's a really soft pink. She is a very, the energy I'm getting off of her is she was very demure, very classy, sophisticated, but not snooty in any way. She was extremely friendly. In fact, people, because of how she looked and how she came across, because she was so demure, people thought she was very stuck-up, but she wasn't. She was the kindest, most loving. But she did also put her foot down. She was a woman who knew what she wanted. She knew who she was. She stood in her own truth. She didn't take bullshit from anybody. But not too many people handed it to her. She was very giving, very loving. I don't know how to put this. She was private. She wasn't very talkative. She didn't give a lot of information to a lot of people. She had a small handful of people that she felt really close to, and she did share some of her personal things with them. But most people didn't get close enough to this woman to find out a lot of her private, personal things. Now, the Palace of Cups, I want to read that to you because I'm wondering if that has, where am I going here? If that has anything to do with her in particular, because usually that descriptive card is for someone specific. So, the Palace of Cups. And again, these are all new cards for me, guys, so I apologize, but I haven't got them memorized yet. So the Palace of Cups is a cool, serene environment, okay? So this is probably her house, because she came off as being very cool and serene. Where subtle moods can be explored. Again, she was subtle. She did not share with people. She was very quiet. She was very within herself. The plants on the seafloor represent mysterious processes in our subconscious, which can only be revealed in quiet and gentle circumstances. So that would be her. She was very mysterious because she didn't tell people a lot about herself. And she would only reveal it in certain circumstances, right? The jellyfish indicate messages and dreams which slowly rise from the ocean's depths. Knights of Cups stand guard to protect the vulnerable, delicately formed flora and fauna. So she was very delicate. I mean, that is a given. But, you know, that was one side of her. She knew who she was, and she did know how to put her foot down. But that was rare. She demure, but subtle. I think subtle describes her too. So, everyone else, swords are air. So that would be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. These people generally are not big on showing emotion. They do have a lot of emotion. And for the right, just like her, for the right people, they will show the emotion. They're convicted in their beliefs and their morals, their standards, their values. They tend to have a higher value system than your average person. They don't like to hurt people, and they don't like to disrupt their surroundings. So they will tell little white lies just so they don't hurt people and upset the flora and fauna, so to speak. She wasn't like that, though. She stood for what she stood for, and she didn't back down. But like I said, that didn't happen very often. She was a very cool lady, very classy, very sophisticated, demure, like the old Hollywood stars, you know? Very classy lady. Okay, so now this next row is this card here in particular that you can see is your situation, and there are 4 situations here. Now, from here down, they are not connected. So these cards up here strictly telling us who's here. From here down, I guess what I'm saying here is if this is who you believe to be your loved one on the other side, you don't have to go with this row of cards here, okay? So this could be your person, and your row is over here because this sounds like your situation. Now, once you get into the situations, weather's nice now, all the motorcycles are out, and of course, I live on a fairly main drag and it's a hill, so as they get to the bottom of the hill, they just floor it to get up. If this is your situation, this is your answer card for sure, and these are your messages and what you're unaware of and all of that. But it doesn't mean that these cards don't have anything in them for you too. And you'll know because they'll resonate, or I will tell you because the guides tell me when I'm reading these cards that this is for this situation, but it also works in your case, okay? And so I'll let you know that. So the first situation, is the Six of Wands. Now, if you notice, these vice versa cards have two sides. One is the right side and one is the reversed side, okay? And again, I'm sorry, these are new cards and I haven't got them memorized, but this deck is not, the cards do not mean what they do in the other decks. So I have been reading, I want to give you the best possibility of picking your situation and getting good answers. I want to give you everything I can. So, Six of Wands. This helps me memorize them too. So one day I won't have to look in the book. Won't that be nice? Okay, so this side of the card, it says, in the flush of victory, people tend to overlook what roles were really played in the endeavor. Mutual congratulations glosses over inequality of effort. Over time, resentment may come to the surface if recognition isn't given to those who deserve it. Financial rewards help, but over the long term, everyone needs to feel valued for their contribution to the success of the endeavor. You are... normally the Six of Wands is all about recognition and reward for a job well done. So this being the reverse side, it's exactly what the book said. It's all about you not being recognized or rewarded, and you've busted your butt, and you're upset, and you're hurt, and I mean, rightfully so. So I'm going to go across so that you can all hear the situations and figure out if one of your, if you're here. And then I'm going to go down. Second situation is the Four of Swords. And again, two sides. If you notice in this card, if you can see in the background, this guy looks extremely tired. Like it's time to rest here. He's had a big battle, and if you see in the background, there's a hill on fire, and he probably created that. He was part of it. So now he's resting, and I'm going to say that this is it's upright, okay? It's not a reversed. But let's go see what it says. Okay, so Four of Swords, that particular side, says, while the other side of the card suggests a rest or delegating, okay, this is the reverse side then, this side doesn't hint. It flatly says that you can do no more in the present circumstances. Mentally, physically, spiritually, you are exhausted. Let someone else put the fires out. So I'm saying this is probably the upright, because you're being told to rest. And you have busted your ass, to put it bluntly. You have worked at this situation to turn it around, to change it, to take it to a better place. You have not been able to do that as of yet. So there will be an answer under here in this card to help you figure this out. But in the meantime, they're saying that you've done everything you can. Now you need to take a break. So it's funny how these two are kind of the same thing. You've busted your ass, you've busted your ass, you're exhausted, and you were unable to put out the fire. And yet you did everything you could, and you just could not put that fire out. So now you're taking a break. Whereas here, you did the same thing. You busted your ass, you did what you could, you did everything you could, and yet nobody's recognizing you. So it's kind of cool how the themes take place in situations here. It's pretty phenomenal, actually. So the next situation, this is amazing, is the Star card. Again, two sides. So this, I would say, is the reversal, and this is the upright. So I haven't had this card yet, so I'm anxious to see what this one says. Okay, this side, it says, the Star is a card of hope, even in the depths of despair. Come what may, the stars will keep shining. The ibis and the acacia are both signs of healing bestowed by the gods. Whatever your beliefs are, renew your faith and trust. Your destiny is written in the stars, and indeed, you yourself are made of stardust. Wow. Okay, so you are in a place of despair in this situation and very much in need of hope. Okay, so that's this situation. Kind of, see? It's like I said, I've noticed this with the other spreads that I've done up to this point. The cards, the situational cards across the center here, they aren't exact, but there always seems to be some kind of an underlying theme, and it's kind of cool. Okay, so this situation, we have the Ten of Swords. The reverse is this. So I'm going to say this is the upright, and the side you got is the reversal. So maybe not. Let's see what it says. Ten of Swords, the side you got. It says the game is over and you have lost. There's no way to avoid this reality. Whatever you were working toward has come to an end. It may be a strange comfort to know that this is as bad as it gets. As with the Nine of Swords, things will only improve from this point. For now, there's nothing to do but pick up the pieces and call it a day. Okay, so you guys are in a place of, you know, the good thing about it is, like they said, it's a Ten of Swords, so it's done. It's over. You've come to the end of it, but you put up a fight, you put up a battle, and you didn't win. So this could even relate to something like, the Tower card, when it turns your life upside down because it wants to send you in a different direction. This is you struggling all your life, or at least for a long period. But you're now at the 10. It's done. This is over. Whatever it is you guys have been battling, yeah, you lost, but it's over. It's over. Which is, I think that's a great thing. It's over. So no more heartache, no more pain. No more being stabbed in the back, betrayed, deceived, all that stuff, okay? Beaten up. Whew, there's a lot of energies in these readings. Okay, I am still doing extended versions. We are at a point where we're going to head for the extended Cancer. If you're not going to the extended version, I want to thank you very much for viewing, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Check your moon and rising sign if this did not resonate with you, please, because that could be where your answers lie. For those of you that do want to head to the extended reading, there will be something up here on the screen that you can click on that will take you there, or there will be a link below for extendeds that you can click on, okay? And I want to thank you too for viewing, liking, sharing, and subscribing, and for heading to the extendeds. I'll see you over there.